Um, okay. So, what's the top five? What a question. Oh boy, top five. Mm. So I'd have to like mix up genres because a lot of the animes that touch me and inspire me end up being sports animes. I'd almost have to break it up because I love so many different varieties of animes that I feel like I'd be doing something like an injustice to not mention them in a top five. But for sure, like top one is Hajime no Ippo. Probably said it a million times. Number two, probably Slam Dunk. From then on in, like those are for sure the top two. And then like from then, I just there are so many that come to mind that I love. Like I love Yowamushi Pedal. I love Haikyuu. I love Vinland Saga. That's another one. If you guys want to see something that's like really serious and like not funny whatsoever and just brutal, unforgiving, Vinland Saga is very, very good. Actually, I recently just saw an anime that was pretty good, and it was because um, Hideo Kojima was suggesting it. It was called Summertime Rendering, and it was Dr. Stone. I love Dr. Stone. That was real cool. Yeah, that's like that tickled my fancy because it was very different. Just something so out of the ordinary and so just unique. And anytime that they were, anytime the heroes, or even I guess the villains, but no, more of the heroes were faced with a problem, they always used applicable science and knowledge to get themselves out of a bind. So it was cool. It was like, wow, like it's not just you're not throwing pixie dust on something and casting a magic spell, or you're not just saying, hey, while you guys weren't looking, I did this. They explain exactly how everything works, and it makes you think, like, geez, this guy really is smart enough to possibly create a civilization from nothing. Very cool. Mob Psycho 100. It's funny. I brought up my good friend before, but it turns out that people in this chat know who he is. Um, Toby. So my good friend Toby, he loves Mob Psycho 100. And he said, hey, I'm going to give you this DVD, or sorry, Blu-ray collection. You need to watch this. So I said, okay, if you're going to watch it, fine. Hero Academia, absolutely. As soon as I saw the first episode of Hero Academia, I said, why can't Marvel do this? Like, why can't they do it? Why do I feel? Why have I laughed? Why have I gotten angry? Why have I cried? Not like sobbing, but you know what I mean. I was emotional. Why can't Marvel, like they did this in 20 minutes, 21 minutes, or whatever it is? All these sons of guns at Marvel, how come they can't do it? It takes them 10 years and 25 movies to finally get one moment like that, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's just, I'm telling you, these people in these studios, even though they are working themselves to the bone, boy, are they great storytellers. Incredible. I'm in the Tiger Mask anime, yeah. I am also in Captain Laserhawk, which is very good. Very good, actually. I can actually suggest Captain Laserhawk. Actually, that's one. If you guys, I don't know actually where it was animated or drawn, but the Cyberpunk anime is very good for people who kind of want sort of an easier entry point, maybe from something familiar. But yeah, Cyberpunk was incredible. I grew up watching Sailor Moon. Yeah, the only animes we really had available to us in Canada when I was growing up were Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, and there was another one, Astro Boy, Astro Boy, yeah, Astro Boy. So those are the three. And the first movie I watched, yep, was Ninja Scroll, and I said, "Oh man, like there is mature content like this where it's just super gory and like cool action scenes, but it's animated. That kind of got me hooked. That made me. I think that started my adventure into just looking for tapes and stuff of anime that we weren't getting on our television. And I think the next one that I ended up watching was Hellsing, I think, or Blood, maybe. Yeah, one of those two though, for sure. Just because I just wanted to watch like gory stuff. Yeah. YTV, yeah, you know it. uh, Hard Cap to Suck It. Yeah, it's funny. I was like getting into a ton of anime when I was working at a grocery store, and then someone had said Chainsaw Man. I love it, by the way, real good. I know, and some people said like the first season is just like it's just setting you up. It's setting the table for the actual real good stuff. I was like, man, like what? Like I loved it. Loved it still. You're doing arcade top 10, yeah. Yeah. What was that dude's Nicholas Pickles? Was that his real name? Hmm? Nicholas Pickles? Anybody? Oh, I think only a Canadian would ever know that. Is there whoa, is there a Chainsaw Man movie coming out? Really? Oh, jeez. Gintama is so funny. Oh my God. Gintama, it's like what a funny show. That's a real like that's such casual watching where it's just like it's good everything. And I don't know, like you guys, if anyone watched Gintama, like is that cancelable, you think? Like could you say you're a Gintama fan here? Like I don't know. I feel like it's a parody of everything. So like I don't know, like are you is would you be cancelable for being a Gintama fan? I mean, I don't care. Yes, you can. I'm like, okay. You drop Chainsaw Man. Yeah, it was there's it gets a little etched a little bit. I chuckle on those parts. Um, but I can't deny how good. So the part that really touched me was the relationship between the guy's like chainsaw dog and him. I love that. So I was hoping to see more of that. And I think we're gonna get it. I could be wrong. Like I don't know. I didn't read the manga or anything. But um I don't know. Would it be? I don't know. I thought it was I think it's I can't say the etched part's done tastefully. It's not, but I am a distasteful individual at sometimes. Like I like silly stuff like that every now and then, and I didn't think they overdid it. So one of my favorite animes, and I'm gonna suggest it based off of how much I loved it, because I think the story was incredible. Like the story at its base was incredible. Was High School of the Dead, but it's inappropriate on so many levels and so many times where it's just like it's too much, guys. Like stop it. Like I get it, and I know that the illustrator, and God rest his soul, but I know that the illustrator that was his backbone. He came from that. That's where he got his start by illustrating stuff like that. So I get it. Like that's his strong suit. And I guess maybe people had that expectation of him. But oh boy, the story like I was watching this and I was keep in mind, like I'm a huge fan of The Walking, or was a huge fan of The Walking Dead at that time, and it sort of fell off for me. I loved season one was incredible. Season two, I also loved. A lot of people didn't like it, but I loved it. To me, I thought it was realistic. I mean, it's a zombie apocalypse. You just want to be someplace safe. I get it. Like, I would hide out in a farm too if I could. But when season three rolled around, I don't know. It just fell off. So when I watched High School of the Dead for that first episode, and the relationships between the characters, the way they would fight the zombies, the way that you would never expect, and I guess in a lot of ways, this is like Walking Dead. A main character could just fall off and die. It's on a moment's notice. You never know. And I like being on the edge of your seat all the time like that. So every time they went to a new area and were presented with a new problem, or maybe they're unarmed or whatever, um, you'd feel for the characters and you'd be worried about their situation. Okay. Yeah. There's a there's a ton of fan service in High School of the Dead. Like big time, big time, big time. Like I would not suggest it to anyone in this chat if you are under 18 or 21, depending on where you live. So no. Yes, I watched Zombie 100. I watched both the anime and even the live action one as well. And I thought the live action one was really good. Yes, I still have the spider trunks. So I've got like a Kenny Omega, Venom sort of inspired gear, and I would use that, and it still exists somewhere for sure in my family's house, because when I would do local shows in Winnipeg, I'd use that gear. Okay, um, I don't know. Let's play some games.